I don't know. I don't know these terms, but those of you who are contractors who have done these and other types of civil engineering businesses, you probably know what I'm talking about.
The views and opinions shared on this program do not represent the position of Nigeria Info FM. Nigeria Info
As always, turn down the volume of your radio set. Refrain from making derogatory or defamatory comments. If you didn't quite see it or hear it, don't make unsubstantiated claims. And also, very important, do not make comments that are seen or would be seen as inciting. All right, the numbers to call: 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003, 0817-923-0007, and 0817-923-0009. You can use the smart number. We encourage you to do so: 070-0923-0923, 070-0923-0923. That's the smart number. Then for Twitter and Facebook at Nigeria Info PH, at Nigeria Info PH. That's where you find the smart number. You can use that and you can have a conversation with us. All right, at Nigeria Info PH. Do you think that there is a lack of professionals in the civil engineering space in this country? People who are meant to watch building sites, who should be able to tell you how much sand and how much cement, how much gravel, how much coarse sand, red earth you should use to carry out this kind of. Do you think we have a lack? Are they going abroad too? No, I have to ask that question. Do you think those are they leaving the country? Who are the people who are building houses that the roof is bent, the door is left, meanwhile the window is downstairs? Who are these people? 90.3, good morning, please. Hello, good morning. Oh dear, apologies. Do well once again, turn down the volume of your radio set. If you're in a noisy area, it would be good for you to step away from that place, somewhere quieter, so that everybody can get to hear you. You can turn down the volume of your radio set if you're at home or if you're in the car, and that will give us a better chance of getting to hear you clearly. Hello, Port Harcourt. Good morning, please.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Samson calling from York.
Welcome, Samson.
I like this conversation.
Go on, please.
From my own state, it's like people that are going to study this. They are no longer focused on the studies they want to.
Oh.
So, because people that are going in practice handwork, I believe those people are doing well. Those people that are saying that they are going to study on it, because the ones that are in handwork, they will practice it and capture it. But the ones that are from school, they learn. They just do normal theory, not so
practical.
Much practical.
Okay, all right.
Hello?
Yeah, yeah. Something I
think that even if, for example, many mechanics now that are in my shop learning how to repair vehicles, they are more proficient than those that are in school learning, because they are practices. They are showing them what to do, what to do. But people that are in school, they are into just normal theory, not practical. Yeah, see.
All right, Samson, thank you very much. JJ is in Rumigbo. JJ, what's going on? Where are all the professionals?
I doubt if we still have as much as we think right now. Dude, we did a project in Bayelsa some time ago, and we gave to one lecturer who lectures civil in one of the biggest universities in Nigeria to do a civil design for this job. Dude, we have crisis. And at the end of the day, they say, okay, bring the design. Let's run it through machines, computers, to know the method you use, right?
A simulation, yes.
Dude, that will not follow any method.
Wow.
Outdated, very outdated method that he used to do the design. This guy is a lecturer. Now, what is he teaching the students when he has a job and the design does not follow modern day design? What do you expect? as far as I'm concerned, that is the first reason. The second reason is that we have had a lot of building collapse who has been punished. We had the Synagogue Church of All Nations where about 200 and something South Africans died. Till today, they set up Corona, they set up this, and at the end of the day, did you hear anything? What about the one in Port Harcourt here? Because these things are of the elite, and the elite, they always know where they go meet themselves, shake hands, drink, and talk, and before you know, not before people die, rich man picking, they go mix concrete, they go mix block, and all those put together. So if bad behaviors are punished, lots of people will want to make sure that they don't go that way. But when it is not punished, it becomes habit, and that's exactly
what's
where
going on.
we are, and that's the situation we find ourselves.
Okay, all right.
That's all I have to say. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much,
If you
JJ.
have any questions.
You keep listening. I'll come back to you very shortly. Charles is in Bonnie. Charles, good morning to you. I have 55 seconds for you, please.
All right, good morning.
Good morning.
So many things are involved in civil building. Jude, I do take a look at those roads they used to build those
Yes.
how we do inside. Secondly, Jude, I remember when I was younger, you cannot pack a raw cement in your hand. It will burn off your hand. Right now, those cement are not longer there. If you check around your neighborhood, you find out that those old buildings are still standing. Thirdly, Jude, some of these builders, instead of they will mold their block by themselves, they will go and buy blocks. And the block seller, you're also looking for a gain. So the block is not well manufactured. So
Doesn't meet standards.
Who are the ones testing all those things? You go to the local government or state with your plan. Somebody will be in the office and ask you, hope the structure is okay. Say yes.
It's okay.
They never come to the site.
Okay. All right, Charles. Thank you very much. Hope he's okay. All right. Well, we're okay. We're going on a break here. We're back shortly.
Stay with
country on indiscipline among building professionals. The carpenters that they have used in recent times have not been Nigerians, have not been Rivers people. They have been Togolese people, Benoits, people from other parts of the African continent, particularly the West African continent, who have come through with their skill set and are making a decent living here in Nigeria. In fact, there's a message I didn't get to read that day, and the person says that his carpenter moved from Togo about a decade ago and he has not left Nigeria since. He even married a Nigerian lady. But he's one of the best carpenters that he has worked with, and he doesn't see the same finesse in work as he does from Nigerians now, or some Nigerian carpenters he does with his, in quotes, Togolese carpenter. But now I have to ask, when we hear buildings collapse, and some of you have actually seen some of these buildings, if you're traveling anywhere in Nigeria, particularly in the south, right, you get to see some buildings uncompleted or maybe at different stages, of the project, right? And then you can tell from just looking at this building, this structure looks sound. It looks pretty good. Now, I see a lot of houses, and I have to be very honest. I see a lot of houses in Port Harcourt here, not in Abonima, not in Aoda East. I'll say in Port Harcourt here, inside Port Harcourt. I've seen some buildings that as they start to come up, I look and I go, that doesn't look right. I'm not building professional, but I don't think the column on the left should be higher than the column on the right if the design looks like they are meant to be on even keel. I don't think so. And then you see some of the buildings, some of the houses some people are renting, and you can see cracks coming through already. And it's not like there's an earthquake in Rivers State. Has anyone experienced an earthquake in Rivers State in the past decade? I can't remember. But I see cracks. I agree. It is very possible that some artisans have, the skill requisite, to match any engineer. But even at that, they are in a sense a professional or professionals. But are they doing enough to prevent these collapses? Or is it just a question of, let's just do it? Where's the ethical background? If I, as a building contractor or an engineer, I didn't go to school, I've been building houses since 1970 something. My grandfather built houses. He taught me how to build houses. I should be able to do a good enough job to at least protect my name. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Why?
The views and opinions shared on this program do not represent the position of Nigeria Info FM. Nigeria Info, let's talk.
As always, please refrain from making derogatory or defamatory comments. If you didn't quite see it or hear, do not make unsubstantiated claims. It's very important that you do that. And also, do not make comments that may be seen as inciting. The numbers to call 070-0923-0923, 070-0923-0923. At Nigeria Info PH. At Nigeria Info PH is where you find us on Facebook and on Twitter. At Nigeria Info PH. Zion is in GRA. Zion, good morning to you, please. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
First of all, let me appreciate all the professionals that are doing a good job. Let me also appreciate the few buildings that are still standing erect, that followed all due process. And today people are living it comfortably. And me, some buildings need to go through integrity tests if fully human beings can stay there, but thanks to all the professionals. But buildings collapse because of undue and sharp practices, either from the engineer or even the property developer, which is the owner of the building. Some people just believe that we need to economize on certain materials. That is one problem from developers.
They want to economize materials. Really?
Exactly. This Togolese we talked about, let me be honest to you. If you're a property developer, don't stay where they are working. Your heart will quick. You know why?
Why?
They don't messy the cement.
Oh, wow.
They don't messy it. Our people here, who use 3 sounds of wheelbarrow for 1 bag of cement for plastering. But these guys are using just 2 wheelbarrow for 1 cement. Can you see the difference? And if they give you a job, sharp, tough, and sweet. I don't know if you have seen some building or heard some building after for some years from the foundation of, I'm talking about inside the room, see kind of water drop.
Yes, like, yes.
Coming up.
Yeah.
That is error. Normally shouldn't happen. To tell that there were sharp practices in that foundation, and the foundations are not strong enough to resist certain pressure, heat pressure, water pressure. Mention that is coming from the soil. And if you go to this site, most of our brothers who are into this profession, they don't go there with the accurate apparatus. No angle, no tape, no this. So you find that even if they are laying the blocks on the building, they don't angle them. They don't plumb them. So they just use eye. Just gauge them, carry rope, ruler, go.
Oh yes, I see a lot of them. They have ropes, twines, and sticks. Yes, they use twines. That's it.
The truth is this: when it comes to this building profession, to me, it's beyond just going to school and read it. Are your parents? Is it in your family? Most of these things we take for granted. It doesn't work like this. So it goes to go learn and come. It's not true. It must be a talent that is running in your family. Look at
really?
that build the Ark and the Tower of the Babel. Even in the Bible, they say that its father was once a carpenter. Now it's also a cat. It flows in the family. And you now go to school, if you're in that family, to go study that handcraft, that whatever, and automatically the anointing is being placed on you. You now come with modern and present-day development structures and buildings. We need a lot on this. You talked about Edo State. Do you know that in Edo State, they have one of the best sculptures? They can use woodwork to sculpture any kind of image at all. That was in those days. So are they still available now? No. So we need a lot of work. And I think these regulatory agencies, once they are building a house, at least the Society for Engineers should go there. Who owns this building? What are the processes? Let us see your document. Get involved. You're not prognosing. You are protecting your organization.
All right.
Know what is going on.
Thank you very much, Zion. Noble is no Zoba. Noble, good morning to you, please. Welcome.
Good morning, Jude.
Good morning.
I want to, make a contribution.
Yes, please.
See, the building industry has been characterized by a lot of quacks. Like, we have been in the industry for a very long time now. Most of the problems that people complain about is as a result of builders and building owners patronizing quacks. There's a lot of quacks. Like, for instance, when a client, hires the services of an architect, there's a certain stage the building, process. The client tends to deviate from, the advices of that architect. Now they choose to work with quacks, those who feel that they know the building job on the industry. You understand?
Yeah.
So that is the problem. And now those quacks now, they are the people who are influencing those excessive use of materials in a way that is not even appropriate, it's not professional. So you see, in a situation whereby somebody is supposed to use like 4 or 5 parts of cement, the person is using 2. So with that, you make a lot of mistakes. And some of the dimensions, there are dimensions that are static, and there are dimensions that these things are fundamentals in building. Now, when you use a quack that does not even know, who is not well read about what it takes to build a proper house, they come and they do things to how they have been built. It is not proper. So that's most of the reasons why you see a lot of buildings are badly built.
Noble. Thank you very much. Ida is from Ikora. Ida, good morning. Do you build houses, Ida? Hello? Ida? Hello?
Good morning.
Good morning. Do you build houses? Have you worked with them before?
Who?
People that build houses.
I don't want to work with them. You see, those contractors or the engineer, once you give them money to go and do something for it, the first thing they will do, they will go and buy motor. I'm telling you the truth. First thing they will go and buy motor, pay for hotel for 1 month. The other will be said their house will be very dirty that time. Then when they come to the site, they will now use 1 bag of cement for 100 bag of three people of sand, 1 bag of cement.
Wow.
It's not good now. If I want to build house today, I will be there. If I want to mold my cement, I will be there. I won't go to anywhere. I will take a leave. After the mold block finish, I will resume work. God, those people are doing rubbish. It's not good. Thank you very much. God bless you.
All right. That got me off guard. Totally off guard. I wasn't expecting to hear that. All right. Let's go read messages now on WhatsApp. 009 03064 009 03064 that's where you find us on WhatsApp, Facebook, and Twitter. Available at Nigeria Info PH, at Nigeria Info PH. Ooh, Emmanuel's on the line. Okay, all right. Let's get to hear from Emmanuel before I get to read messages on WhatsApp. All right, Emmanuel. Good morning to you, please.
Yes. Good morning, Mr. Jude.
Good morning, please.
Yes. What I know about building is this: a professional would always want to secure his name, but a quack wouldn't do so. Do you understand? Now, if every professional is being given a job and the client chooses not to adhere to his instruction or to his prescriptions, he quits the job. You understand? I've been in that situation.
Really?
Times. I actually constructed a job very close to what's it called, Obiliquere flyover. My clients were complaining, where are all these materials entering? I said, you're the one buying them, you're paying for them, and it's being used for your job. Each time he asked me such questions, he said, do you swallow it? At the time, he had to come down to the site to stay there with me. Even the amount of material, the quantity of materials, the structural materials I gave to him to buy, he was surprised that it exceeded because he was there present, watching the whole thing how it was being used. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Now, if you are a true professional, you don't need to condescend so low. You don't have to descend so low as in listening to your client. You just have to tell him this is what is obtainable. And if the client decides not to, then you can quit just for your name. Do you understand? And that's just the truth. That's how I work.
Thank you very much. But are they actually quitting? Are there professionals who would say their name instead of getting the extra money? Ima is on NTA. Ima, good morning to you, please.
Yeah, bro, Jude, good morning.
Good morning, please.
We need to look beyond the building collapsing in the country. We need to begin to think of climate change or global warming.
Okay.
Because when we talk of global warming, when I begin to look at the areas and the facilities that it affects in the human environment, both in the national, continental, and international communities. Don't forget that global warming affects the crops that people plant. It affects the weather. But it equally affects the ground. So that is why a reasonable client, they are busy looking for technological solutions so that the climate change will not affect the environment or nation. So it is one of the things contributing. And we cannot take time to set up a standard whereby we will have professionals that will now begin to go around the country and know and discover whether the climate change has affected our land.
Yeah.
Our ground.
I see the point.
Because the degree of building collapse is almost every day. So we should not capitalize on saying that the civil engineers are not experts or they are not professional. No. We should look at the climate change or the global warming. That is what is affecting our ground, not the engineer.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you very much. Iman does have a point there, talking about the effect of climate change and how it might be affecting the environment. But once again, I have to make reference to big corporations and indeed some jobs. When you have the civil engineering space, one of the first things they do is soil sampling and testing. Please, engineers, could you elucidate or maybe correct me if I'm wrong? Because I do know before certain roads are built, before any construction is done on any plot of land, the proper thing is to get someone to come and test if this land can hold this the weight of whatever it is you want to put on it. What exactly do you need to, as it were, support or add to the bed before the structure can come on. There are terminologies like that. I know there are tests to be done, and that's why you hear people say, "Oh, look, they carry out a test and they say, you know what? Don't build this kind of thing here. If you want to do this, don't make it more than 8 or 9 feet. But if you want to build this, maybe a 2-story building, you need somewhere else. Go further in, maybe where you can compact, things like that." So yes, it is important to probably have a proper assessment of how dire the climate change or the effect of environmental pollution has had on the soil and on maybe in the region. But it's also important that whilst taking into cognizance that is, I think, something that should be done. But different regions will have different soil types, and different soil types should determine. Once again, I am no engineer. I don't know these things. So if you're an engineer, you can please call in to shed more light. But that should be the reason that would determine what kind of structure should go on some kind of place. I'll give you a very clear example. In Edo State as well, so Onitsha, Asaba, and virtually everywhere in Edo State, at least I know from Benin down to Eastern Land, down to even Agenebure, you will find a lot of red sand. This soil is what's it called? Clay soil. There's a lot of red sand. So the way or the type of building or the amount of sand you would need, to either maybe have your foundation cast or whatever, it should be different than people who are going to build in Rumosi. It will be different. So there should be a professional that should tell you, okay, A, B, C. But very often it's like it's a one size fits all type scenario, and yet these are meant to be professionals, or maybe they are not professionals. I don't know. What does Jude know? 070-0923-0923 070-0923-0923. That's where you find the smart number. The number is 017-923-0002 017-923 0003, 017-923-0007, and 017-923-0009. Now, I think it was JJ that made a comment about hiring a lecturer who did a job, and the plan didn't quite work out well. They didn't, and he faulted the teachers, that if the engineering teachers are not teaching with the modern or most recent technologies, then what fate then bolds the rest of us. Now, JJ, who are then the professionals who are doing the very amazing jobs? A caller says, look, an appreciation has to be made and sent to the professionals who are doing their job. So where are those people from? I don't want to believe that every single building site that you see standing right now, as the new ones, are being built by people outside this country. I want to resist that notion. Because it really doesn't speak well, of the men and women, young men and young women who have taken, courses in engineering in this country. I don't want to believe that. I honestly don't want to believe that. Jude, good morning. The reason we have a lot of these building collapses is not just about the law, but it's also about the people. They are professionals, but some of these people have been robbed of their conscience because of the economy. Many of these landlords don't have enough money to do standard buildings, so they rush in their buildings hoping to make a quick profit after 2 or 3 years. Who do you blame? You ask the landlord to take something up to a certain level and he says no, but you want to be paid. You have your wife, you have your children, and they do have needs. That is where the problem is coming from, Festus says. Could that be it? That it's the bad economy? Many people are building houses around here in Port Harcourt, Jude, don't have degrees. They are not properly taught. It's just a question of this mason has built one room before. He expands to 2 rooms and now he can build a story building. We all should be very careful. It's a he expands, he built 1 room. Oh dear, funny. Anyway, but yeah, it's a call for concern. It truly is. As always, appreciative of your conversations. My name is Jude. Thank you for being a part of Hello Port Harcourt.
You are tuned in to
Nigeria Info.